Hey everyone, this is swgg with Swagger Gaming, bringing you another World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth Profession Guide. In this video, we'll be looking at blacksmithing in patch 8.1.5 and what worked best for me to level up efficiently. If you have any tips or tricks, please feel free to comment below. First off, I want to go over the total numbers and what you'll need. Then we'll get into the leveling process itself, and finally I'll go over scrapping and selling items you make while leveling up. The first thing you'll need for this guide is 12 Marks of Honor, which you can grab from PvP. If you don't have these or don't want to farm them, you can still follow this guide, but it will just be less efficient. Use these to buy ranks 2 and 3 of Honorable Combatants Plate Arm Guards and Sinister Combatants Plate Arm Guards. Lead Gustav and Ozgrom Ragefang sell these for the Alliance and Horde respectively, and they are found in the PvP areas of Borealis and Zuldazar. I will leave links to these NPCs in the description below. For ore, this will depend on if you want to go Monelite heavy or Storm Silver heavy. For the Monelite heavy route, you will need around 1500 Monelite ore, 1000 Storm Silver ore, 160 Platinum ore, and 40 Expulsum. For the Storm Silver heavy route, you will need around 1200 Monelite, 1400 Storm Silver, 160 Platinum, and 40 Expulsum. Up until Blacksmithing level 80, both routes will be the same, and then we'll split off from there. Note if you're going with the Monolite heavy route, you'll need to farm some humanoids for rank 3 of Monolite hardened hoofplates once you hit rank 95. This is fairly quick, it only took me 8 kills, so it's worth it if you're short on Storm Silver. Okay, let's get into the leveling process. Start out, Mono Hardened Arm Guards are the best choice. These cost 10 Monolite ore and stay orange until level 10. We'll make 9 of these. After this, we will make 5 Mono Hardened Gauntlets at 14 Monolite and 3 Flux each, then switch over to Mono Hardened Waist Guards for another 10 levels. These still cost 14 Monolite, but at least we can drop the Flux requirement. At this point, we should be at level 25. Let's make 10 Mono Hardened Greaves to get to 35. These cost 18 Monolite ore and 1 Flux each. At this point, you can either make Mono Hardened Pauldrons or Breastplates. They both cost 18 Monolite each. We're going to make 15 to get us to Blacksmithing skill level 50 so we can learn Monolite Skeleton Key. These are yellow when you learn them, but only cost 4 Monolite each, so it is worth creating them. It took me 21 casts to get the 10 levels to turn them green. We should be at skill level 60 now. From here, we just make 20 Mono Hardened Breastplates that gets us up to 80. These still cost 18 Monolite each, but at this point the Pauldrons won't be orange anymore. Here is where you will choose the Monolite or Storm Silver heavy route. I'm going to start with the Monolite track here, but I'll leave timestamps in the description below so you can skip to the Storm Silver track if you want. Make sure you have learned rank 2 and 3 of Honorable Combatants Plate Arm Guards that we purchased with Marks of Honor. You'll start by making 15 of these at 20 Storm Silver ore and 4 Flux each to get to rank 95. You should now have rank 2 of Monolite Hardened Hoofplates. Go kill some humanoid mobs and BFA content to grab rank 3 and learn it. Again, this shouldn't take more than 10 or 20 kills to obtain. We are going to make 20 of these at 18 Monolite each. Once you hit Blacksmithing level 115, you'll need to switch back over to the Honorable Combatant Plate Arm Guards for 5 more levels. At 120, you're going to make Sinister Combatants Plate Arm Guards. You purchased ranks 2 and 3 of these from the PvP vendors earlier. These cost 15 Storm Silver, 4 Platinum, 8 Flux, and 1 Expulsum each. Unless you have Hydra Cores and want to use them for the last couple of levels, these are going to carry us to 150. Note that after the first 20 casts, these will turn yellow at skill level 145 and then green at 147. It took me 38 total casts to get these last 30 levels, but yours could be slightly more or less depending on your RNG here. For the more Storm Silver heavy method, we're going to skip farming the Monolite Hardened Hoofplate recipe. We're picking this up at Blacksmithing skill level 80 with the Honorable Combatants Plate Arm Guards. These should be rank 3 as we purchased our upgrades from the PvP vendor earlier. We're simply going to make 40 of these at 20 Storm Silver and 4 Flux to get us up to rank 120, before switching over to the Sinister Combatants Plate Arm Guards. From here, we just make these for the last 30 skill points. As noted earlier, these will turn yellow at skill level 145 and then green at 147. And then it took me a total of 38 casts to get the last 30 levels, but yours could be slightly more or less depending on RNG. Alright, let's talk about what to do with the gear you're making. I ended up scrapping everything until the Sinister Combatants Plate Arm Guards at the end. Everything else was too low eye level to reasonably sell on the AH, and you get back ore and expel someone scrapping them. I got an average of 2 Monelite ore and a couple of flux from the Monelite pieces. The Honorable Combatants pieces saw 1 or 2 Monelite ore and Storm Silver ore each, as well as 1 Platinum every other piece. Everything can, of course, also drop Expulsum. The Sinister Combatants plate arm guards were going for about 1100 gold on my server, so I ended up listing most of these on the auction house. They are currently selling at a rate of 1 or 2 per day. I also ended up scrapping 5 of these for science and got an average of 2 flux, 1 Monolite ore, 2 Storm Silver ore, and 2 Platinum ore. What you choose to do with your items is up to you, but I recommend scrapping most of the earlier stuff for the ore and trying to sell the Sinister items. If you are really worried about selling these items and had a few extra marks of honor lying around, you could spend a few more ore and craft different Sinister Combatants items to move them faster. And that's everything I have for you today. If this video helped you out, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and checking us out live on Twitch for more gaming content. Thanks for hanging out with me, and please let me know if you have any other juicy tips or questions in the comments below. Lastly, a shout out to my Patreon supporters. I appreciate you. Thanks again for stopping by, and have a great one.